try to keep it short.
Okay,
So
no
you don't.
problem.
Okay, there's one. Another one over here. She's already doing amazing. I love it. That's awesome. Okay. And I got one more over here. I'll sit on this side of you, dear.
This side?
Yeah, then you don't want a light. It's a little bright, but it's kind of dark out here.
My makeup.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm really good at telling people when they don't look good, so you look great.
Love it.
My name is Binyam, dear.
Binyam.
What's your name?
Esme.
How do you spell that?
It's short for Esme.
I've never met an Esmeralda yet. That's amazing.
Nice to meet
So you go with Esme though?
Yes, I do. It's easier.
That's awesome. Okay, let me bring this around so we can see ourselves. So I'm here with the delightful Esme.
Hi.
Did I say it correctly?
Yes, correct.
So Binyam's my name. How do you do?
I'm good. How are you?
I catch you on a lovely time of the day.
The weather's nice.
It's amazing. I'm like, this is where it's at, right?
Mhm.
So Esme, the way this works, I've got a list of 15 questions. You get to choose the number and I'll read you the question. So you have no idea what we're going to talk about. But it's
Okay.
on integrity though.
Okay.
What number do you choose?
8. 8. I'm nervous.
Let's see here. Number 8. Ah, yes. I remember this question. So the question is, how, like, on the theme of integrity, is it different in different cultures or is it the same right across the board?
I think it's different in different cultures. Definitely. Coming to Canada, it's like a whole different spectrum of what's integrity back there
Yeah.
versus here. It's just different.
How old were you when you moved here?
I'm 22. I moved here when I was 11.
11.
Yeah.
I moved here when I was 8.
Nice.
Where are you from?
I'm from Guyana.
You don't say.
Yeah.
I had a friend who did some like volunteer work for a few months there. That's in South America.
South America, yes.
If I had not known that after meeting this friend, I would have guessed that it was in Africa because there's another one called.
Yeah, everybody always says that. I'm like, no, it's Guyana,
Different.
it's Caribbean. It's confusing because it's in South America geographically, but
Yeah.
it's a Caribbean country
Yeah.
culturally, right? Which is so, but we don't speak Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you speak there?
We speak Creole.
Do you still speak it?
Yes, I do.
Because they also speak Creole in another country. Where is that? In Haiti.
Yes, but it's different. So all across the different Caribbean islands, we
Yeah.
all have different types of broken English.
Okay.
We all speak it differently, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I would not have even guessed because you don't even have an accent, darling.
No, I've been here a long time.
11 years now.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. So this is really intriguing for you because you know what it's like to live in two different cultures.
Yes.
And would you say that it has been challenging?
Oh my gosh, definitely. It's been so challenging, especially, like I said before, experiencing the different culture when it comes to a lot of things that aren't accepted in my culture, and then coming here and seeing how it's like so normalized to just be yourself. It's like, whoa, cool. I can just walk around and be myself and
Yeah.
nobody's judging.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Do you find there are elements of your culture that you still cling to because you find them more valuable than the contrast here?
Yes, but it's
Yes.
been pretty hard because I don't have friends
Yeah.
from my country here.
Oh, I see.
So it's pretty hard to cling on to that culture.
Yeah.
So I've been going back and forth. But yes, I'm pretty cling on to my culture. I love my culture
You
a lot.
do? Okay.
Yeah.
I found in my experience, I have access to a contrast. So there's my culture that I come from, and then there's this culture, and then I get to choose both of the best in both contexts, and I'm like, this is beautiful.
Yes, and what I love is that I can teach my friends about my culture,
Yeah.
and then I can learn from other people too, right? So it's like you get to share and learn from each other. It's really nice.
So in your culture from Guyana, what are some different aspects of how integrity is expressed there from here?
Definitely, I think back home, it's more acts of service
Okay.
type of thing, you
Like
know?
selflessness in community.
Yes. It's not really emotional or sitting down and talking and communicating like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
It's more, okay, I'm gonna help you weed your yard, or I'm gonna give you fish, or like I'm gonna show you the love by giving you gifts and doing acts of service.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But not so much like this emotional.
No. So that was a big challenge when I came here. Because I'm very emotional, I love to communicate. So when I met people who also love that, I'm like, whoa, you're like me. Yeah.
I see. That's really cool. What are some aspects of integrity that's expressed here that you really resonate with? You mentioned already the context where here people are more emotionally open to connecting this way.
Definitely that. Again, with the whole thing about getting to be myself. Back in my country, my skin color, that's a thing that's...
Are you serious?
Yes.
Tell me
Back
more.
in my country, a lot of ethnic cultures,
Yeah.
lighter skin,
Yeah.
straight hair, and you could see I have curly hair, darker
Yeah,
skin.
yeah.
It's not accepted. But when I came to Canada, everybody was like, whoa, your skin color, your hair, you're so beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's like hearing you're not so beautiful too, you're so beautiful too, finally accepting who I am and
How long did that
becoming
take?
myself. That took years. It wasn't until I was about 20 something that I finally got to loving myself fully. But thankfully because of the community in Calgary, right? Yeah.
So did you find people were telling you are amazing and beautiful, but you couldn't believe it? Or
Yes.
Okay, so you had to own it for yourself.
Yes, definitely, because hearing it from your family and relatives back home, so then you have to kind of drown out those noises and just say, okay, I'm gonna look back at my ancestors. What would they think? Would they accept me talking about myself this way? No, right? Yeah.
Darling, I haven't asked this question yet, but in reference to if you could, like, what are some ways that the culture here in Canada could benefit from considering what Guyanans do really well in the sphere of integrity? What would you say?
I think that same thing about acts of service.
Yeah.
That is something, just giving just because. Not giving because, oh, I'm going to give you a water bottle and you give me $2, you know? Like, just something simple as that. It's like, okay, I'm going to give you this because I love you, because I care for you, because you're my neighbor.
Sure.
Here, go ahead, take the cherries off of my tree because I just want to share with you. That's something that I could see more of in Calgary that I don't see. Yeah.
Yeah. I like thinking in that context of what do we do well here that others perhaps could learn from, and then vice versa. What could we learn from others? And
Exactly, right? Sharing with each other.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. May I carry on a little further?
Let me see.
Okay.
It's a little bit hard to think on the spot, you know?
That's okay. You're doing amazing. Like the insights you have, I'm surprised for how young you are. Like, oh, that's amazing.
Well, thank you. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
That. Yeah, usually I'd have to be at home and like write this all down.
Yeah.
So you helping me like bring it all to my head right
Yeah,
now
yeah,
is
yeah.
actually pretty impressive. So thank you.
No, you're doing amazing. All I'm doing is just kind of drawing out what was already there.
Thank
so you're,
you. Yeah.
yeah. And I love the in the moment because, I mean, you could choreograph your answers and try and memorize them.
Choreograph. You know what's funny? I
No.
was just thinking about dancing,
Yeah.
and you mentioned That's another thing. I'm a dancer.
Oh, no way.
I love dancing.
Okay.
But in my country,
Yes.
there's not really an opportunity for me to do much
Express.
with that.
Yeah.
And plus,
Yeah.
in my country, if you love the arts,
Yes.
you can't make money off of that. You have to, become something practical, like a doctor, an engineer. But here, I could be an artist, I could be a dancer, a musician, and
Yeah.
I could just right over there. I can
Yeah.
perform right over there, and the
Yeah.
crowd will come to me, right?
Yeah.
So since I came to Canada, I went to free dance workshops, and I found myself in dance, and I found my community. So
Brilliant.
that's another thing I would have not found if I was still in my country. Yeah.
That's amazing. This next part, I think my viewers are going to find really interesting. You're an attractive young individual. My podcast is specifically directed for young men, saying how can we as young men live with integrity or access it? In your observation, generally, do you feel young men are doing amazing in the sphere of integrity, or do you feel young men are struggling?
I think so.
Give me a sec here.
Yeah, go ahead.
My camera likes to shut down on me on occasion, but we'll fix that here. Okay, there we go.
Okay, it's funny because I have this talk with my sister all the time.
Yeah.
And it frustrates me because I think half are struggling, actually more than half are struggling, only because they don't have the proper outlet and community where they can express themselves. I found that some of my guy friends who have proper role models, like older men who teach them it's okay for you to wear pink, it's okay for you to be a little more feminine. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you are gay or anything like that. You're
Right.
just expressing the other half of you.
Yeah.
It's a balance, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Femininity and masculinity.
Absolutely.
So I just feel like a lot of young men just need the right outlet and the right community, and it's okay to go to therapy, it's okay to seek other people, and it's okay to learn from women, because as women we have that emotional thing in us, so we can help express that, right? And I genuinely think that I would appreciate if more men showed their sensitivity. It's not weak if you show your emotions. It's not weak if you cry. I love that because it shows that you're a human being, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. It almost validates your humanity.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah. What are some helpful starting points you'd encourage guys who are interested in approaching integrity to consider doing? Like you said a lot of really beautiful things, but where would you encourage them to start their journey if they're interested?
First, I think I would say, because I did this for myself, is I would look at the people I hang around with. That's the first thing I would do. What are my friends or my family, what are they feeding into my soul? Or not even that, media, what am I looking at? What am I looking at TikTok, on Instagram? What am I scrolling and what's getting fed into my brain? And how can I change that? Who do I want to be? And it starts simple as just searching up questions. How to be more empathetic. How to get in touch with my feminine side. We have Google, right? Just simple things, and then from there you can just start. And then from there you find another person, because this is what I've learned with myself. When I did the inner work for myself, I found that I have attracted people who have the same vibe, frequency level as me, who are interested in the same thing, so we all help each other out. So I think once you start with yourself and you focus on that aspect of it, then you'll attract other people who want the same thing. Yeah.
You were concerned about saying the right thing, and you're like nailing this. You're doing amazing. That's like really insightful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Final question.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
What made you start this? This is amazing.
What's amazing about this?
I think it makes people talk. Because me, you see how I'm talking to you right now, right? If I'm sitting here on my own, and there's a person here, I would not talk to that person. I would just sit here quietly. And you would not know my character. You would not know who I am. You would not know how much I have to offer. Because I'm shy, but because you came up to me, you gave me that outlet to speak, right? So that's something that's really amazing. You help people to open up. So what made you start that?
For me, darling, it was living without integrity for many years, wanting to live with integrity, but not sure how to do it. And then as a result of many decades without integrity and the loss and pain and mess ups that I made along the way, this is important for me now. I feel I finally gotten to this point where I am pursuing and intentionally living with it and striving to be better. But I also remember where I once was, and then I think about those who are there, potentially where I once was, and I want to make this more accessible to them. I want to see if I can collaborate with others to break this down a little bit more and say, here are some different angles and perspectives, and even encourage more conversation on this.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Truly, it's amazing.
I appreciate
You're
that.
doing God's work.
I
Genuinely.
Thank you for being willing. This is a risk on your part, too.
Oh, it is. I hope my family doesn't see this. They're going to say, huh? What do you mean we don't talk to you? We don't communicate, huh?
I know. It's a different... There's something to be said about expressing how we truly feel without others taking offense.
Yes.
But even also understanding where we start and others stop and how to live in that alignment, right? It's a tough thing. So.
Exactly, yes.
Esme, you are amazing.
You're amazing. Thank you.
I'm going to thank your friend for loaning you to me.
That's waiting for me over there. She's like, hurry up.
She has an amazing audience. Thank you for being a great audience, darling.
That's my girl. That's my sister.
Your
Well,
sister,
not
your soul sister.
soul sister.
I can see
Yes.
that. Yeah, you guys resonate really
We
well.
fight a lot, but only out of love.
You're committed to each other.
We get stronger each time. It's necessary.
How long has the friendship been?
Since high school.
Okay, some years now.
2017.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a mature
Been getting
friendship.
stronger and stronger and stronger.
It's tough to find good
appreciate
people in your
her,
life.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're talking about you, yes.
We're gossiping.
We're talking about you. I'll let you get back to her,
Okay,
darling.
thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. I hope to see you again along the way.
Of course, yes. Can I follow you on Instagram?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Let me spell my name for you on so Instagram or YouTube. I post primarily on YouTube,
Cool.
and Instagram I put snippets as well online. So spell my name is BINYAMAS. You see me there, right?
Oh, that's you.
That's me.
Perfect. Okay, just followed you. I think I've
Awesome.
seen you around somewhere, but I'm not sure where.
Okay.
Have you ever been to any like parties or?
I do go to dances on occasion with my friends.
Okay.
Parties. I do also attend parties too. Yes.
Mhm.
You may have seen me along the way.
Yeah, maybe. But you just look familiar.
Familiar.
I've seen you somewhere.
Somewhere along the
Yeah.
line. You'll remember it in the middle of the night. You'll be like, that's where
Yeah,
it
like,
was.
hey, I remember. But thank you for coming up to me. I
You
appreciate
are
it.
so welcome, my dear. Thank you for being a
Yes.
part of it again.
Thank you. Have
May I
a
give
good
you a
night,
hug?
okay? Of course.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I know you so much better now.
Of course. Okay,
Don't
random
forget your-
question.
yes.
I won't. What's your zodiac sign?
My zodiac. So is that like the same thing as my birthday?
Yes. So your
Okay.
your birth month. Your birthday. What's your birthday?
May the 1st.
May the 1st.
Or May the 4th.
Do you know your
So
zodiac
Taurus?
sign? Is it Taurus?
Yes, it's
It's
a
a Taurus.
sign, right? Yeah.
That's interesting.
Tell me more.
That's
Why?
interesting because you said something in the beginning.
Yeah.
Something I forgot what you said. But when you said that thing, I was like, oh, he's a Taurus.
Oh, these are
I don't know.
classic. Yeah.
I just knew. But
Okay.
yes, thank you.
You're welcome, my dear.
Don't forget your.
I will not forget these guys. Yeah.
Nice.
They're what I have to edit later.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, you
have
can
a-
find me in about a week's time. I'll post our time. I'll be posting others as well. So.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Thank you, darling. Thanks again, my dear. May I learn your name too?
Jazz.
Jazz? It is nice to meet you, Jazz. Mine is Binya.
Vinya?
Binya.
Vinya.